Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. This is the newspaper show and I'm Hina Gambhir. Let's get started and tell you what's making headlines as far as the Times of India this morning is concerned. And the big story on the front page that Times of India this Monday morning is leading with is government changes LAC rules, gives forces full freedom to respond adequately. And this is a picture from Khardungla, Ladakh on the occasion of International Yoga Day. ITBP personnel can be seen practicing yoga. So this is what the Times of India today is leading with. More military diplomatic talks expected this week. The armed forces have been given full freedom to respond in an adequate and proportionate manner to any hostile act in accordance with the judgment officials said on Sunday after Defence Minister Rajnath Singh reviewed operational readiness along the line of actual control with the military brass here. India is determined to impose cost on Chinese troops if they attempt any further misadventure on the border. This is what the officials have said. At the same time, Centre seeks product-wise details to curb cheap China products, boost local production. And forces have been given financial powers for 500 crores per project to acquire critical items. Then US President Donald Trump has also given a statement. Situation very tough, talking to India, China. Amid the very tough standoff at LAC, US President Donald Trump said that his administration is talking to both the countries to help them resolve the tensions. They've become to blows and we'll see what happens. We'll try and help them out, Trump said at the White House on Saturday. Then India, big target for Chinese hackers is another story on the front page. Since 2016, India has been the sixth most targeted country by China-based hackers. Government sites came under attack most frequently, followed by telecommunications, media, high-tech and transportation websites, according to a report shared with Times of India by US-based security firm FireEye. Then Delhi containment zones need to be redrawn. This is what a panel has said. We'll discuss this news in just a bit with my colleague who will be joining us from the national capital, Kangana. Patients unwilling to visit care centres. This is what LG Anil Baijal's order on Saturday requiring COVID-positive people to visit care centers for health assessment is posing new challenges. Many who are asymptomatic or have mild symptoms are unwilling to go to the centers, wary of the crowd and long wait. This is what Alok K.N. Mishra has reported today. Then Chinese-funded unicorns face consumer ire. Top Indian consumer-focused unicorns like Paytm, Ola, Zomato, Make My Trip and others backed by Chinese capital are facing the ire of consumers. This is what Digvijay Mishra has reported. Users are targeting the Google Play Store ratings of these apps, citing their Chinese connection. Then Batman, not bats, jibe at China in Army's Bihar Regiment tribute. Hours after Prime Minister Narendra Modi saluted the valor of the Bihar Regiment in the Galwan Valley skirmish with Chinese troops. A video tweeted by the Army's Northern Command late Saturday to celebrate the regiment's battle history appeared to take a dig at China with the legend, born to fight, they do what they do, they are not the bats, they are the Batman. Then Maharashtra freezes three Chinese projects worth 5,000 crores. Another big story here. Then apart from this, MEA has told missions to resume visa services. This is what Saurabh Sinha has reported this morning. The Foreign Ministry has requested diplomatic missions in India to resume visa processing services in view of lifting the COVID lockdown. This comes at a time when the centre is considering a calibrated resumption of international flights from next month, depending on the pandemic situation. As far as India's COVID count is concerned, there is an update here. Record spike of 15,372 cases and 423 deaths. India has registered its biggest single-day spike once again on Sunday, and our COVID count has now crossed 4 lakh as well. Then 3 Hizbul men killed in Srinagar. That's another story. 2 get bail for FIR error. Gap of 4 months between rioting and arrest, granting bail to 2 men in a case pertaining to the communal riots in northeast Delhi. A city court has frowned upon the gap of almost 4 months between an alleged incident of rioting this February and their arrests happening only in June this month, and that too on 14th of June. 88-year-old woman murdered in South Delhi. Robbery happened. 4 have been arrested in this particular case. Terror incident. 3 killed by man on stabbing spree in UK. 3 people were killed and as many seriously injured after a Libyan man went on a frenzied stabbing spree in a park in Berkshire, 40 miles from London on Saturday evening. Hospitalization under Ayushman scheme has dropped 51%. Review model village scheme central audit. The Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana aimed at developing model villages has been found to be ineffective 6 years after it was launched by Prime Minister Modi. That's also another story on the front page. A few stocks pull market up 34% since touching a multi-year low on March 23rd when the lockdown started. Sensex and Nifty both have rallied by about 34%, but the gains in both have been riding on just a few stocks, and that has made market players quite uncomfortable. Banks nudged over dubious accounts. Banks are in dilemma over a Reserve Bank of India directive that lenders should decide on whether loan accounts that have been red flagged as suspicious over 6 months ago are fraudulent or not. Showers keep city temperatures down. Nepal COVID body buried in Dudhwa. Work from home boosts demand for study tables, and with e-classes also on, sale of laptops and PCs has also gone up. Lastly, before we move on to the Navbharat Times, for 30 seconds on Sunday, the sun became a ring of fire because it was the solar eclipse yesterday, and this is how it looked like. While the solar eclipse was partial across most of India, as in Chennai, so this was the view from Chennai, and this is how it looked in Sirsa, was billed as one of the best sites to view the astronomical event. Many other spots on the 22-kilometer wide central line of eclipse got clouded out. Let's now move on and get you the latest as far as the Navbharat Times this morning is concerned. और यहाँ पर जो बड़ी खबर है आज जिससे शुरुआत की है नवभारत टाइम्स ने, वो है जो नई दिल्ली में हुआ है। सफदरजंग एनक्लेव में सिक्योरिटी गार्ड ने 90 साल की महिला को पति के सामने मारकर घर लूट लिया। ये बड़ी खबर है यहाँ पर। और उसके अलावा चीनी सीमा पर छूट, चला सकेंगे हथियार। राजधानी में फिर से तय होंगे कंटेनमेंट जोन, और साथ ही भारत ने कोई भी कदम उठाया तो कीमत चुकानी होगी, ऐसा चीन का कहना है। हेल्थ मिनिस्टर जो हैं दिल्ली के, उनके बारे में भी कुछ अपडेट है। मंत्री सत्येंद्र जैन की तबीयत में अब सुधार आ गया है। गाड़ी चोर गिरोह पकड़ा गया है, उनमें भोजपुरी एक्टर भी शामिल है। ये लखनऊ से खबर आई है। और इसके अलावा पीपीई किट पहनने के बाद काबिलियत और जिम्मेदारी का होता है एहसास। एलएनजेपी के डॉक्टर हिमांशु ने बताया कि पहले वे सिर्फ एक डॉक्टर थे, लेकिन अब वे एक कोविड वॉरियर भी बन गए हैं। स्ट्रीम बदली तो अब नहीं कटेंगे नंबर, डीयू का कहना है। स्टूडेंट्स को राहत, जल्द जारी किया जाएगा नोटिफिकेशन। डीयू का पहला वेबिनार 23 जून को 11 बजे से है। और इसके अलावा बड़े ट्रायल के बाद ही पता चलेगा कितनी कारगर और सुरक्षित है फैबी फ्लू, ऐसा डॉक्टर्स का कहना है। 34 टैबलेट वाले स्ट्रिप की कीमत 3500 रुपए। दिल्ली के डॉक्टरों का कहना, अभी इस पर लिमिटेड ट्रायल हुए हैं। ये उस वैक्सीन की बात है जिसकी उम्मीद की जा रही है कि शायद इस मंथ के एंड से मिलनी शुरू हो जाएगी। लेट्स नाउ मूव ऑन एंड गेट यू द लेटेस्ट एज फार एज द इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स दिस मॉर्निंग इज कंसर्न। द बिग स्टोरी ऑन द फ्रंट page today is what the defense ministry is up to. Beijing already armed with Russian missile defense system. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh to convey urgency during Russia visit that begins today amid border tensions with China, likely to seek supply assurances and better reliability for fighter jet spares. So that's the big story here. India to urge Russia to rush delivery of S-400 system. India has already made large payments for the missile defense system. The problem is Russia believe to have delayed the delivery of S-400 to December 2020-21, and India will be requesting Russia that if the delivery can be expedited. So that's the big update. Perhaps that's going to be the big focus when Rajnath Singh, the defense minister, visits Russia. His trip begins today. PLA may have lost Galwan commander. A senior PLA officer believed to be a commanding officer is said to have died in Galwan skirmish, a fact corroborated by the Chinese side. This was revealed by External Affairs Minister during PM's meeting with leaders of all the parties. This is what Manu Pabi and Kumar Anshuman have reported. Then all eyes on MHA bulletproof jacket order as government departments prepare to reduce dependence upon Chinese imports. Eyes are now on the Home Ministry that is set to procure 50,000 bulletproof jackets. Trade pacts under lens as India seeks to check Chinese imports. On the radar are issues like FTAs being used by China to push in goods. China has invested big in Vietnam, which has FTA with India via ASEAN. Diverted goods don't get counted as coming from China. Now, what are the possible measures that the government is looking at? One, stricter scrutiny of rules of origin and ways to curb inverted duty structure. Apart from this, Trump to sign executive order to restrict temporary work permits. This could be very, very important. Rules to be eased in employment zones to attract foreign investors. So that's about the Economic Times this morning. Let's be more city specific and get you the latest as far as the Delhi edition of the Times of India this morning is concerned. Joining us on the broadcast is my colleague Kangana from the National Capital. Kangana, good morning. Before I talk to you about what's being reported on the front page here, just show us around. I believe the weather has suddenly changed in the National Capital from the temperature of around 46 degrees Celsius that we had seen over the last couple of days. Suddenly things have become better.
Well, of course, that's the scene here. I will ask my video journalist to show you around how is the weather here, because today, finally, the Delhi people have got some respite from the heat that we have been seeing. The temperature have been soaring to 48 degrees or 47 degrees. And now, finally, the Delhi woke up with heavy rainstorm, and there was thunderstorm followed by rain. And the Met Department also said that there could be light showers even today, later in the day. So we could see better weather conditions throughout the day, and the monsoons will be hitting from 25th of June. This is what the Met Department has said. And apart from that, the only thing that is happening in Delhi right now is the important fact that the important meeting that took place yesterday, which was chaired by the Home Minister Amit Shah, where Union Minister Harsh Vardhan was also there, Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal and Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, where the government has directed, the centre has basically directed the Delhi government to finalize and to, remark the containment zones in Delhi and to work around the containment zones. Not only the containment zones, but outside the containment zones also. For example, if there is a house outside the containment zone, that also needs to be marked as a hotspot. And apart from that, the centre has also informed the Delhi government to prepare a roadmap by today, and that has to be followed by the district level officers, which they have to submit the report by tomorrow. Right. And by the end of this month, the Delhi government will have to finalize the roadmap and submit it to the centre government. And not only this, one more point, the centre has also asked the Delhi government to give them a detailed record of every death that takes place due to the coronavirus.
All right, Kangana, appreciate you joining us with all of those details. So those are the things that we can look forward to from the National Capital today. Moving on, let's get you the latest as far as the Mumbai edition of the Times of India this morning is concerned. Let's go across to my colleague Kajal Iyer joining us on the broadcast for more on this. Kajal, good morning. The big story that Times of India is leading with is that from today, BMC to go in for door-to-door screening in suburbs. This is going to be very interesting.
Yes, Hina, good morning. What has happened is that some of the northern suburbs, that is from Andheri up to Dahisar, there has been a spike in the cases, especially post the lifting of some of the restrictions of the lockdown. And the doubling rate has also, gone down in these places. And that is why a harder lockdown has been imposed in some areas of these suburbs. To check the further spread of the infection, the BMC has come up with this decision that they will go in for door-to-door screening. Some days ago, some weeks ago, in fact, a similar exercise had been carried out in the eastern suburbs, which have now seen a stabilization of the number of infections, and perhaps that is why they are going in for a similar strategy in other places where a recent spike has been seen.
All right, Kajal, thank you very much for the moment for joining us with all of those details. We're now moving on to the Bengaluru edition of the Times of India. And the big story here on the front page is about Bengaluru's woes. Patients given the run around as BBMP passes buck. That's the big story. Lack of beds is to blame. This is what civic body has said. Amidst a sharp increase in positive cases in Bengaluru, lack of coordination between various agencies is undermining this fight against the pandemic that is also now impacting the lives of the people here. Bangaloreans stay cold to quarantine selfies. Then this RWA's hotline for senior citizens won't won much applause, and let's get you more details on this one as well. Through the lockdown, example of residents helping senior citizens and neighbors in quarantine with essential support and supplies are coming, but a bunch of volunteers from Ajmera Infinity, one of the biggest housing societies in Electronic City Phase 1, went in fact a step ahead, cooking for senior citizens and having meals for them. So that's an important story here. There has been a 6-time increase in active cases from Karnataka. Another story coming. Let's go across to my colleague Imran, now joining us on the broadcast. Imran, good morning. Police over 55 years should stay in home quarantine. This is what the top cop has said.
Well, absolutely, because there's a rising number of cases among policemen. More than 300 police personnel have been quarantined, 90 are positive, and 3 policemen have been declared dead due to COVID positive, and 16 police stations are infected because of the COVID virus. And considering the situation right now, the cops has the Commissioner of Police has issued 16 instructions to the police to take precautions, including that the shamiana to be put up outside the police station, and people who are coming to the police station, they should be screened properly before entering, allowing inside the police station. And apart from that, the criminal who's arrested, they have to give him bath so that any kind of virus or infection should not affect the policemen who are handling the cases. And largely, what is that people above 50 cops above 55 years, they've been allowed asked to stay back at home. This is the situation right now. This we will see the spike in number of cases among COVID positive in Bangalore. There's a special meeting also been called by the Chief Minister today to address the issue. But this is the situation of the cops in Bangalore, that cops above 55 years have been told to be at home by the Commissioner of Police, and 16 instructions have been issued considering the rising number of positive cases among police personnel in Bangalore.
All right. Thank you very much, Imran, for the moment, for joining us with all of those details. We're now moving on to the Chennai edition of the Times of India and TN's COVID puzzle. Which count is correct? That's the big story that this edition today is leading with. Now, difference between district figures and state bulletin numbers is creating a confusion. Officials are now blaming the delay in assimilation. Apart from this, experts have also found some faults with the testing strategy that has been adopted by the Tamil Nadu government. TN ran most trains to send workers home. Not enough e-passes, say firms. Trailer operators. Trichy gets 3 more containment zones, and clearly Chennai has emerged as a hotspot as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, and its COVID count has seen a very sharp spike, at least in the month of June. Moving on, let's get you the latest from the Kolkata edition of the Times of India this morning. Tamal Saha, my colleague, is now joining us on the broadcast. More on this. Tamal, good morning. The big story is that state government has sought CISCE and CBSE's help in solving vexed fee issue.
Well, that's right. There had been a growing angst and growing complaint in the parents' community, rather, of private schools, and they had been objecting to fee structure of private schools, given the fact for the past couple of months, several months rather, due to lockdown, the schools have not really been operational, and people have also cited the inability to pay the full fee, citing personal reasons or for the very fact that they possibly have lost their jobs. So yes, people have kind of raised questions about certain components of the fee which is immaterial when the school is non-operational, and thus the growing concern, the growing chorus had been that those fees should be vexed from for this particular fiscal year. Accordingly, the state government of Mamata Banerjee had appealed to the private schools that in order to maintain the situation or keep the situation under control, if not restructuring of fees, but if fees can be waived off of a couple of families, and if certain components could be waived for this particular year. So at this point in time, yes, the CBSE, the ICSE's consent, or
All right. Thank you very much, Tamal, for the moment, for joining us with all of those details. In fact, there's another important story here in the Kolkata edition, which says back-to-back hikes in price of petrol cast shadow on Monday's commute. We have seen a significant hike in petrol and diesel prices in Kolkata as well, apart from other parts of the country. Let's now move on and get you the latest as far as the news from around the world is concerned from Times Global. The big story is Trump's rally ends up as a debacle for embattled president. His comeback gathering makes headlines for empty seats and staff infections. And that's the image as well inside the 19,200-seat stadium when Trump thundered that the silent majority is stronger than ever before. About one-third of the seats were empty. Trump blamed the media for scaring away people. So that's the big story here. TikTok teens, K-pop stans say they sunk Trump rally. Mercury hits high of 38 degrees Celsius in Arctic town. Spain opens border to tourists. Trump wants less testing. And lastly, drug check in Germany sparks attack on cops. And let's also talk about the latest from the world of sports. My colleague Karishma is now joining us on the broadcast for more on this. Karishma, good morning. What's making headlines today?
Well, good morning, Hina. What we know that a domestic cricket legend, Rajinder Goel, has passed away. In fact, he played for Haryana, 77 years of age. He passed away in Rohtak due to aged illness. But, you know, we need to remember him because he was the only cricketer to play 26 seasons of domestic cricket. He had 750 first-class wickets and, 750 first-class wickets is a record in itself, but he never managed to play for India. But all the old-timers who have played with him, whether it's Bishan Bedi sir or Mohammad Kaif, Saurav Ganguly, Virender Sehwag, all of them remembered him yesterday for the legacy that he has left behind, passing away, being one of the main stalwarts of domestic cricket in India, playing 26 seasons of Ranji cricket and picking up 750 wickets in 159 matches, Hina. So, it is a sad day as far as cricketing fraternity is concerned with the passing away of Rajinder Goel, but everyone is going to him at the final assassin, as Sunil Gavaskar had called him in his book.
All right. Thank you, Karishma, for the moment, for joining us with all of those details. We also have to show to our viewers a very interesting article that has been written by Pawan Verma on what has happened with China, and he has said don't defer to China. Galwan Valley should finally compel us to make major course correction. A very interesting article, and just picking up a quote from here, leaders in Beijing must be wondering why Indians who must have some chromosomes still intact of their canny ancestor Chanakya are so easily seduced by China's choreographed engagement overtures and so inexplicably forgiving of its ruthless containment strategies. He is an author and former diplomat who says the Rig Veda was composed around 1500 BCE, some 1,000 years before Confucius, and ushered in structured thought into China. For conventional strategies, this would be an inconsequential matter, but the relative long-term strengths of nations is precisely about such inconsequential matters. And it's quite interesting what he has written, his point of view on what has happened with China. Moving on, as far as the world of entertainment is concerned, lots of interesting stories here on this page of Delhi Times that you can see, and they're citing negativity, nasty herd mentality. Bollywood names go off Twitter. Sonakshi Sinha has also deleted her Twitter account. That's one. They're unlocking diaries. Jewelers go virtual to drive up sales. Designer focus on online sales even as stores reopen. And that's about the Delhi Times. With this, it's a wrap. Thank you very much for staying with us here on the Newspaper Show.